everybody. So I wanted to come on here and spend a little time with you working on this pink princess travel journal that I'm working on. My initial thought process this morning was, I come home this evening and I will put together and work on and do a video of me putting together the cover. My plan is to somehow cover it in fabric. I don't know. I haven't 100% decided yet. So I thought, yeah, maybe I'll just do a video and we'll do it together, because I'm going to have to create a spine, and then, excuse me again, I've got the hiccups, cover it completely because it's red and yellow and we're doing a pink journal. So that was my initial plan, is that I would come on here and we would work on this. But I'm doing this a little backwards because I'm working on my insides before I work on my outsides, and I really I say usually, but the last few I've done it this way. I tend to get my insides, I tend to do my cover first and then figure out my insides. But the last couple I've done, I've worked on my insides and then put together my cover. And part of me knows why, because right now I don't know how thick this is going to be. It's going to depend on how full my insides are. And so right now, here's kind of my insides that I'm working with. And so I don't want to make it an inch thick or 2 inch thick and then finish up my insides and it be too full. So all that to be said, I'm not going to work on my covers tonight. I'm going to set those aside. I'm going to work on my insides. I've got 3 signatures here, and I've got my papers all situated. I made quite a bit of progress on this yesterday, so I'll kind of show you where I'm at, and we'll go from there. I've got my papers all together in here. They're where they need to be. As you can see, I've added some trim already, and as I'm sitting here wondering if I'll even do a book cover for my cover, I may just do a fabric journal like I've done the last couple times. But anyways, I've got my 3 signatures, and then I've got 3 little piles of goodies that need to go in them somewhere, pockets, things like that I need to fill them up. So that's kind of where I'm at. I got 3 signatures, 3 piles of goodies. And so I think that's what I'm going to start with tonight. All my pages are corner rounded and sewn where they need to be sewn. Although I will say this, I'm debating on adding some more pink, a darker pink, to the trims, to the edges, you know, kind of like I did this lace. I haven't 100% decided yet, so that's why I haven't done it yet. But that's kind of where we are. So for this first signature, and I've kind of sorted my pieces, like, okay, I have 3 tags, so 1 tag for each, and I have 3 cards, so 1 card for each. I've kind of, in an OCD way, have sorted them out. So these are all the goodies that go in somewhere in the first signature. Plus I have these 2 cardstock papers that I need to work with. Plus I have stickers over here, and I have shiny stickers, and I have, my scraps over here, all sorts of goodies to play around with. But for now, we're going to work with this. So what do we have here? This is just a journal card. This is a pocket, another little pocket, another little pocket. So we have 2 of those pockets. This is like a little journal card. This is a tag. It's got it rounded here. This is a journal card. And this is another tag. And this is a little flu little, I guess it's a journal card. It's pretty tiny. And then this is a corner tuck. So I need to focus on my pockets. So I have 2 little pockets like this and a big pocket and a corner tuck. So I need to find places for them in here. Now, normally I don't like to create or add to my thinner papers. I don't know why, I just have a hang up about it. I like to go with my thicker cardstock papers. So that's what I'll be looking for. A good piece, sturdy piece of paper that will hold my goods. We'll just kind of start piecing it together and see what becomes of it. I'm using a couple of kits. Oh, and I had them on a sticky note. Dang it, where is that sticky note? I had them on a sticky note so I could say them. Hold please, I'll go check real quick. See if I can find them. They were here somewhere. Okay. So, I'm using 2 different kits plus my other junky stuff, scrap stuff. The 2 kits I'm using, one is a Shabby Travel by MyPorchPrints. And it's got this really pretty feminine travel theme throughout. And then the other is Princess Kit by Gypsycraftery. And I'll link, I'll put this information below in the below. But the Princess is, let me see, I don't have any ephemera pieces for that or embellishments, but this is from the Princess Kit. It's a darker type paper, but it still worked. It's got the pink princess. Let's see if there's another. Here's another one right here. I didn't use a lot of the embellishments, although here they are. One's got a princess castle on it, a princess castle and a pretty horse. I didn't use a lot of those. I used most of the embellishments are this from the travel. Oh, and here's, of course, obviously is from the Princess kit. So, those are the 2 kits that I use. I don't normally use kits. I just don't normally do that. For one reason or another, I don't know. But this order came in for Pink Princess Travel. And I'm like, oh my goodness, how am I going to make that happen? Because I don't, in my stash, have a lot of pink princessy stuff. So I was like, okay, we're going to have to come up with something. I knew I had pink lace, but that was about all I had. So I went to Etsy, found these 2 kits, and they complemented each other really well, so we just made it happen. And then, of course, I'm using my other stuff. This is a tuck spot or pocket, however you want to call it, out of some painted scraps, painted paper scraps that I have. It's pink and pretty. So I've got a couple of these throughout here. I don't know what I'm going to tuck in that, but excuse me. I guess we'll figure that out. We have plenty to play with. I've also got this I need to work in somewhere. I need to finish him up. I'm going to work him into the middle, but so let's find a place for the rest of these pockets, and then we'll see what else we can do. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but I've left all my little stringies. I haven't decided if I'm going to leave them or not. Part of me wants to, but then part of me says I probably shouldn't. I know these pinks are off, but I'm still liking this. Or do I like that? Let's see here. Let's get the other corner pocket. Yep, it goes the other way. So I'm going to trade this out with the other. There's the other one's in the third signature. Yep, I think I like that. Oh, my glue's dripping everywhere. What is up with that? Always something. So I've kind of had to piecemeal this one together using the two kits, but so far I'm liking it. I'm thinking it's gonna work. I mean, I'm not a pink frilly person, but it's pretty pink and frilly. For somebody that likes pink and frilly, I'm sure they'll like it. So there's a little pocket there. We got some. And then, so we have two of these, so let's think about where they need to go. Kind of washes that silver out a little bit. I always tend to put them down in the corner, but we don't have to do that. There's no rules. We can put it right here if we want. But I tend to always go down for whatever reason. I don't know. We'll try to move it up a little bit. I'm gluing off camera just because I tend to pull things close to me when I'm working on them. And you guys, the camera's not close to me, so we're eyeballing it for level to make sure it's even, and it's eyeball even. There we go. That's kind of plain and simple, but we may add more to it. Just trying to get these in here for now. So this one's in the back of this one, so I'm going to flip towards the front and see about that. I think I like that. Yeah. And I'm using my trusty weld bond. I did get some more of that, but I have to use all of this first. I just love this glue. It's just my favorite. I've been using it a really long time for my collage works and all that. It's really good for mixed media stuff. I'm not paid or sponsored or anything like that. I'm just bragging about the glue that I use because I like it. I haven't tried the art glitter glue that you guys use or the Fabri-Tac. I haven't tried any of that. I tend to stick with, if it works, why change it? Okay, so those are in. I'm gonna kind of squish them and let them dry a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm gonna make some little foo-foos for my tags. I have some of this here. I can get it. Oh, there's the ball of it. Little bitty ball. Now where's the front of it? Here we go. So I'm thinking this is kind of a grungy pink. It's really pretty. But I want a couple of them. So let's do this. Let's wrap it a couple of times and make a couple of loops. And then we'll trim it. These scissors are on their last leg, if there is such a last leg. My cheaters. Did everybody come through? Everybody came through. That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want everybody to come through. I wanted you to only halfway come through. So let's see if everybody got their nose through. They did. Let's do, I don't know what kind of knot this is, but it's your typical tag knot, is what I call it. Everybody has to be on board with it though. Everybody's got to go through. I don't know that everybody made it through. I make things harder than they are, I know I do. Ta-da! Yep, that's what I wanted. I wanted more than just one little tag. Although, yeah. Good deal. Make me another loopy too. And see if I don't have the cheater, I can't get them all through for whatever reason. It's like my sausage fingers don't allow it to happen. But with the cheater, my cheater pliers, they just pull right through. So there we have that. So yep. That was kind of a little bit longer, but that's okay. We don't care about that. So, and I don't think I'm going to do anything more with this. It's a flimsy little journal card. And this is like a postcard journal card. So yeah. So this is what we have. So, let's see here. I also have, first off, I have these guys that I need to do something with. They're white on the back, so I can easily just trim them down and make a journal card out of them. Excuse me. You know, tuck them in. I was thinking, but maybe I did that in the middle signature. I don't guess I have any big pockets here. So what do you think? Or I can bend it, I can fold it and make a little notebook. Let's see if where this fits if I do that. Well, I didn't fold it straight because, you know, well, how should we fold straight? I would have to trim it down considerably to fit in that, but he could probably fit, where's our other pocket? In here. Yeah, I think that would work. So, let's see if we can straighten this up a little bit. Probably not. And since everything has a rounded corner, we need to be sure and round our corners before we get too far into this. And so we want some papers for the inside. To make a little notebook. Okay, let's see here what we have that we can work with. Don't think I have any kind of pink. Does white go in there? I mean, we could work with that. I have yellow. I do have pink, although the pink I have is very bright. So I don't know if we'll do that. Let's see here. Well, I mean, what do you think? I could do the white. White is throughout here. White would be easier to do because we could just fold a few of them in place. Have glue all over my fingertips. And we'll do 4. What do you think? Should we put some? Why not? Cutesy little notebook there. Got a little flap of a pink paper in there. I mean, I guess, let's see here, 1, 2, we could put another pink one in there, but yeah, why not? Put it at the front. And I'm going to round these edges, but I guess I should do it the right way, Shell. Try to cut corners. Did you get that pun? Try to cut corners? Haha. Crack myself up sometimes. It's okay if you didn't get it. I didn't get it at first either. It took me a minute. It took me a minute. Oh, the Arkansas humidity has hit. I'm one of these type of people that I like to leave my doors and windows open as long as I can and refrain from turning on the air conditioning in the summer as long as I can. And the same for the winter. I try to put another blanket on the bed and wear fuzzy socks to bed and all that good stuff so I don't turn on my heat. I don't know why I'm that way. I'm one of these type of people that I try to wait. It's like a challenge or something. It's like, how long can you wait to turn on the air? And that's where I'm at right now. The heat is not so bad here right now, but the humidity is insane in the membrane. It's very heavy. The air is very heavy. We have potential for rain and storms all week, and it's the potential that makes it so nasty. It's like it can't decide if it wants to be rainy weather or not, so it just sticks around and is blech. So that is currently what we're dealing with. I say all that to say I'm kind of warm right now, but it's okay. We're making it. I need to go peel my fingers. Got glue all over my fingers. It's getting in my way here. So we have a little booklet that we made, and I probably should sew around it. Let me peel my fingers real quick. And while I don't particularly care to sew while I'm on camera with you guys, I don't think this will take me long just to do a little sew around. And I'm trying to decide if I need some foo-foo on it. I think I'll not. I'll just sew real quick. Sew around it real quick, and I'll be right back to it. So. And painless. And while I was doing that, I was thinking my initial plan was to staple these guys in here, but I think I might try to just sew. It's kind of thick, but what do you think? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Do I sew? Yes or no? I think I'm just going to staple it just because I like my little stapler. And I guess I'll do 2 little staples in it. This stapler I bought years ago. It's for bookbinding, or for making books. It's really long, so you can get in the middle of a book to staple. And it's just a regular staple. It takes regular staples. So it's really kind of cool. And it staples. So we have a little booklet. And also what I was going to say is, we could do one of these on the front of that. These are little dollar store stickers, and I'm curious to know how well they stick. They look so big and bulky. Just curious. They're pretty heavy too. So we're going to stick it on and see if it sticks. There's 2 with pink on them, so I'll use one in this signature. And yeah, see, I'm afraid I'm going to need some glue. I don't trust that, so we're getting out the glue that I do trust. I was afraid of that. I'm also kind of afraid that this jewel is going to come on. I didn't dump my bottle upside down when I set it down. Anyways, I'm kind of afraid this jewel's gonna pop off. Hopefully not. There we go. tragedy. Okay. There we go. Squish him on, make the glue squish out. So, this is going to go back here somewhere in here. So that's why I put it kind of high so he goes there just fine. Okay, he's going to need some rest and relaxation, so we'll just set him aside up there. Okay, now what? Throw that away. So that took care of that. So I think I'm just going to make a journal card out of this guy. Yeah. It's kind of a flimsy one, but that's okay. I'm going to sew around it real quick as well. Again, I hate to sew with you guys on here because I don't know how loud it is, but yeah, I'll wait on that. So we could make some altered paper clips and clip this in here. That's what we'll do. So we need to sew this. Also, what I know I need to do is trim my lace. It's kind of going all over the place here. It's bothering me. Do that real quick. And yes, I'm saving those little bitty snippets of lace. Not this little guy. This one real thin, but that are a good chunk of the lace I can save. Okay. So that is that. Let's see, what now? I also have this. I think it's an interesting thing of lace. There's 3 little floofs, and I think I want to somehow use one of each floof in a signature. So I think that I need to cut this down. Cut it down. So I have 3 floofs. So I'll set these as 2 aside for the other signatures. And now we got to think about how we want to use this. We could just sew it in there and have it floofed. Just sew it in like this and have it floof out like that. I don't know. I like it. I think it needs to go in here somewhere. I think just on a page, if I can glue it down or sew it down here, and then just let it kind of be a free-flowing floof. A free-flowing floof. What are you doing here? I was afraid these dollar store little stickers were not going to be so stickery. I was afraid of that when I saw them, but I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to tuck him under something heavy. Whoops, sorry. Didn't mean to bounce y'all around. Okay, set him under there for a little bit. Okay, I also have these little pretties stickers. And then I also have some travel type. Where did the rest of them go? Quotes and sayings. Little follow your heart and wanderlust and loving life, things like that I think we could use in here somewhere. do you think about the floof? I could, you know, cut it down and have a floof like this, but I don't really want to cut it down. To me, it kind of looks silly just kind of there, but then again, not really. It's kind of cool just to, you know, because somebody would need to, she'd flip it up to write in. I don't know yet. So when I get stumped, especially when I'm working with multiple books or multiple signatures, I move on. I try not to spend a lot of time. So I'm gonna move on from signature 1 and I'm gonna work on signature 2. Now signature 2 is a little bit different. The pages are a little bit different. It's, you know, you'll notice it didn't start out with a printable. It's got a big pocket in here. It's got more paper in it. Not a lot of decorative paper. It doesn't have anything sewn on the edges right now. So that's something I gotta decide. Maybe we want the floofs on the inside. Well, that fits perfectly on this little piece. So maybe it needs to go here. Because it's cut perfectly. Well, that just decided that for this inside one. Now, wonder if this back page, because again, my middle signature's a little different. Yep, that fits perfectly. Okay, so that takes care of that. What we're gonna do there. I think that'll be cute. That leaves me with just one floof, but if you'll notice, it's not a full, it's missing its side. So this may, I don't know. See, I have a real hang up with some symmetry here because I have 3, so 1 in each signature, but if I do 2 in this signature, I have 1. Does it go in the first signature or the last signature? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm gonna set it aside and just plan for this. I think I like that a lot. I'm gonna clip them in there and then I'll come back and sew. Clip them in there because that's what we're gonna do with it. And then I'll come back and sew those in. Another piece that's interesting. So this middle signature has a bookmark as a tag. The others don't. I just had one bookmark, so excuse me. I also have this. It's a little tissue from Pandora, the jewelry. I don't know if you can see, it's got a pink shaded like a ring. I trimmed the edges where it said Pandora. And I think we'll just tuck it in here as a little, like a little flappy paper somewhere. I don't know where. Just because it's cute. And it's the only piece I had, so it goes in the middle signature. I need to work on this. We have a pocket, we have our cards that we can do something with. We have some tags. Oh, I do have a little bit of embellishments with the princess kit. So that's cool, a couple little tags there. A couple little journal cards, another tag with a hole, and there's a pocket. So this one has 2 little pockets in it as well as 2 tags. So I need to go ahead and get my string for these tags. We can get that out of the way. This this signature doesn't have one of these little floofies, little bitty floofies in it, because I just had 2 of those little bitty ones. I mean, I had more, but I just used 2 of those little bitty ones. So, yeah, my middle, and I tend to do it on several of my journals. My middle signature, if I do 3, my middle signature tends to be a little different. But the first and last signatures tend to be pretty similar. My cheater pinchers. Everybody get everybody. And the disclaimer is that is glue on my fingers, not my skin's not peeling off my fingers here. It's just glue. A crafter's second skin glue. Or if it's hot glue, it's the crafter's only skin if you burn off your skin. Yeah, I don't know where that was going. Kind of morbid, but we went there. Okay, this one's being funky on me. Who do you belong to and why are you floofing? Trying to get that pulled up. Nope. Nobody's claiming him though. Weird. Okay, well, I guess he'll just be floofy. There's a little bug floating around my space here, so if you see him, don't mind him. He's just come in from the out. Because my door is open. I have a little screen on my door, but they get through that screen. The door is open. The night feels cool, but there's no circulation. So it's just kind of bleh. So. Oh, I managed to do it with my sausage fingers that time. And let's tuck everybody up in here. Somewhere, somehow. I'll get my cheater fingers. Pull everybody through. I don't think everybody came through. Nope. What are we doing here? What kind of nonsensical stuff is this? Okay, is everybody through here? There should be 3 loops. There is 3 loops. Okay. And then everybody gets a pinch. And then everybody pulls through. That's how we're doing that. This is what we're doing. Did everybody come through? What is the deal here? I think everybody made it through. Ta-da! Okay, both of our tags have floo-floos. Journal card, journal card, journal card. Well, there's a handful of little journal cards in here. And then we have these 2 pockets. So I only had 2 of the big tuck spots. So 1 went in each of the signatures and the middle signature didn't get one. That's how we do that. Okay, we have pockets here, so we need to go in a little further. Maybe we'll do a pocket here. Trying to figure out about my cover for this guy, or this girl. I don't know if any of you watch Studio Lou. I know some of you guys do. Cindy at Studio Lou. She's fabulous. And the last couple videos, she's been working on a fabric wraparound journal. She did a little video, I watched it today, about where she created the cover. Where she showed how how she placed and sewed on. I cannot talk tonight. What is up with that? She talked about how she placed the material and all that to sew on for this fabric cover. And part of me, since I have a handful of different pink fabrics that I can't 100% decide on, kind of wants to do a cover like that. Kind of. Not a wraparound, but even just a cloth cover would be cool. I'm inclined to do... What is the deal here? I guess it doesn't want to stick down because of the thread, but I'm kind of inclined to do the other pocket here, but probably, well, we're just going to do it. Anyways, I'm playing around with the thought of piecing together my pink fabrics to create a fabric cover. Again, not a big wraparound, but you know, kind of a hodgepodge mismatch, because I could incorporate lace and foofiness and different materials, and I think it would be pretty. That's the only thing I'm coming up with for a journal. I mean, a cover. I can obviously cover these with just whatever. You know, I have these two guys here, but I do have big pocket space here. I need to sew these shut, these pockets shut, but I've got to decide if I want to, I might add lace to that. You know, some of this pink lace, like what's in the other signature. Or I may add some of this lace. Or I have this. I really think this speaks princessy to me. It's leaves, but it's pinkish. I just really think it speaks to this. So I'm going to use it as well. I also have this scrap. It is a princess type scrap. And I hadn't decided, my initial thought was, ooh, I just have this one, that I would wrap it around you know, this signature basically. And I still might do that. So just to give it another princessy type feel, I guess. I'm working my magic up by me, not by y'all. So I think what we'll do is we will fold it and we will glue it, and then we will trim it. What do you say? It's just another, I can make a pocket out of it, which I probably should since I have all these journal cards to do something with. Oh, goodness. That is probably what I should do with it. I should probably do that with it. So we are just going to make it happen. And I don't know, I guess I probably should have trimmed it first, because I don't know where my sides need to be glued. I think what's throwing me off is these clipped in here. Okay, so we know we're gonna do that for sure. And we'll put him there. we'll just have to glue our sides down once we get our, or I guess we don't really have to glue our sides down. It could be just a little tuck because it's going to be sealed up against the, in the crease of the book. So it'll be open like that. So, but I know we don't want it hanging over, so. Little scrappy bits. Okay, so what do you say? Yeah, I feel like it needs to be sealed there. So, we kind of did this backwards, but we just made it happen, so. We're just gonna make it happen. Isn't that what this is all about anyways? I'm not using glue sticks tonight because I'm out. Completely out. And I didn't stop by the store on the way home because my daughter took me out for dinner. I'm gonna say it's for Mother's Day. It's coming up. We try to have dinner together on Monday nights, me and my daughter. And we alternate who is paying. Most nights I cook. Most of those Monday nights I cook. You know, she'll buy the groceries and I'll cook. Or she likes to try new recipes, and so she finds these recipes online and she'll be like, Mom, what about this? I'll say, get the ingredients and we'll give it a try. So, yep. So, but tonight we went out to eat, which was great because I don't have to worry about my kitchen and all that. So, okay, so we know what we're doing with our side floofs. And they're all tangled up now. There we go. And we just added 2 little pockets to the front and the back of this, which is good because we have all these goodies to go in. And this goes here. And I still have these to work with on this signature. And I need to do something with this guy. He's using the kit. I think the instructions said to fold it and use it as a note, you know, put paper in it, use it as a notebook, but I just folded it and I'm using it as a journal card. And it's got peach inside instead of pink. So if he doesn't make it into this journal, I won't be too sad about it. I do like the travel part of it, but it's basically just a journal card. I need to sew around it, and that gets me that. So I think I'm going to, yeah, I'm right at about an hour with you guys, so I think I'm going to cut this off and go get the glue off of my hands because I can only stand so much of that. And then I'll settle for the bed tonight. It's Monday night. This journal is due this weekend, so I will be working on it for the rest of the week in the evenings. I'll try to jump on here so y'all can join along with me, see it come together. But it'll just kind of depend on what all I've got going on. So, anyways, thanks for joining me with this little create with me. Again, I'm going to jump off here and go get all the glue off of my hands and settle down for the night. And, yeah. Again, thanks for joining me as we put together this pink travel princess journal. I will see you guys soon. Take care of yourselves, and I'll be back soon enough.